Chapter 109. The One Who Wants Your Life. Forcibly using the power of heaven and earth to use the mark of Duan Nye Tien is very weak at the moment. And beside Nye Tien, Tang Shisan looked in the direction where Tang Yuyu disappeared and was stunned for a moment. The moment when Tang Yuyu broke through the ground just now, Tang Shisan suddenly found that his concentric pendant lit up. Concentric pendant, double pendant concentric. Now that the concentric pendant is on, it can only explain one problem: another pendant has been encountered. Is she? Tang Shisan muttered to himself with a dull expression. Tang Shisan, what's the matter with you? Seeing Tang Shisan's expression change, Nye Tien asked. Nye Tien, I have something else to do. Let's take a step first. Tang Shisan came to his senses, without explaining to Nye Tien, said a word, and immediately ran towards the direction where Tang Yuyu disappeared. Looking at Tang Shisan's figure, Nye Tien was slightly taken aback, and murmured, could it be that Tang Shisan knew this killer? Nye Tien didn't doubt Tang Shisan, but subconsciously felt that he and Tang Yuyu should have a great relationship. Nine-winged dragon Crow Yuan Ling, the talent of this female assassin is not under MOU. I have to be careful in the future. Nye Tien muttered to himself, being targeted by such a top killer as Tang Yuyu is not a good thing. But of course, Nye Tien will not be afraid. As soon as he has time, he will immediately portray the Star Soul. When he has a Star Soul, there will be more means to save his life, and today's forced use of the 3 seals of the God of War will not happen again. The situation is gone. At this time, Nye Tien's strength was still too weak. Although using the Daimye seal would not hurt him, it would consume all his energy. If Tang Yuyu had other helpers, it would be very difficult for him to escape at this time. Nye Tien didn't waste any more time, and simply dealt with the bodies of brothers Juwan Juqian, and searched them for everything. These 2 brothers must have never imagined in their dreams that they would suffer such an indiscriminate disaster when they casually acted as temporary guards for others. The giant brothers have a lot of good things, but they have been accumulated in the black market for many years, and now Nye Tien is cheap. Nye Tien took care of everything and left immediately. Inside the Danqing Pavilion, Gu Yi looked at Nye Tien's back from a distance, his expression almost dull. He saw everything that happened just now. Originally, he thought that Nye Tien was just the son of a big family, relying on the family's strong resources, so he had some knowledge. Now that he saw Nye Tien and Tang Yuyu fighting, Gu Yi knew that Nye Tien was a martial arts genius, and he was like a monstrous existence. Just as Nye Tien left, Qiu Shan and the others just left the black market. After walking out of the black market, Akiyama finally breathed a sigh of relief. Everyone was panting and exhausted. Uncle Qiu Shan, is brother Nye Tien okay? Nye Yuro asked Qiu Shan worriedly. Miss Yuro, don't worry. Mr. Nye will be fine. Qiu Shan comforted Nye Yuro. He said so, but Qiu Shan was very worried about Nye Tien. He had already felt the strength of the killer, and in the dark just now, even Nye Tien would have a hard time getting away. Teacher, you must not have any accidents. Zhang Yifeng had a complicated expression and was dripping with cold sweat. If something happened to Nye Tien, then Lan Bingxuan's life would be lost. Uncle Qiu Shan, why don't we go back and have a look? Jean DeBao couldn't bear it the most and turned around to go back. Qiu Shan pulled Jean DeBao back and said, Master Jean, Mr. Nye asked us to leave, just not to let us become a burden to him. If he is fine, he will come to us. If something happens to him, even if we go back useless. Jean DeBao, just stay calm and don't make any more trouble. Qiu Ling was also very anxious and scolded softly. At this moment, a gloomy voice suddenly sounded. Instead of worrying about others, it's better to worry about yourselves. The voice was low and cold, like a demon coming out of the abyss. As the voice fell, more than a dozen figures in black appeared, and the person who spoke was the leader in black. Who? Akiyama looked over subconsciously, and his heart jumped into his throat. Akiyama couldn't see through the strength of the dozen or so men in black in front of him. Especially the man in black who is the leader. His aura is particularly powerful, and he exudes a strong killing intent. Who? The leader of the men in black chuckled and said coldly, "The one who wants to kill you." "Do it." The leader of the man in black roared, and a dozen of his subordinates behind him stepped forward. "You are so brave, you dare to hurt people in Wuxia. Do you know who I am?" Zhang Yifeng took a step forward and roared angrily. After leaving the black market, they were already in the martial arts market. Logically speaking, Wuxia is an important place in the imperial city, and it should be guarded by the imperial guards. How could there be so many men in black suddenly appearing? The men in black seemed to know Zhang Yifeng, and they were very afraid of him. They were stunned for a moment and subconsciously backed away. The leader of the man in black smiled and said, "Don't hurt this man, take that little girl away." Nye Yuro. The target of these men in black turned out to be Nye Yuro. Don't think about it. Zhang Yifeng remembered Nye Tian's previous advice and immediately stood in front of Nye Yuro. Nye Yuro is Nye Tian's younger sister. She is very important to Nye Tian. Even if Zhang Yifeng died, he would never take half a step back. "Master Zhang, we are just following orders. Why are you doing this?" The leader of the man in black smiled coldly, then raised his arm, and a thorny vine shot out, hitting Zhang Yifeng directly. Boom! Zhang Yifeng was hit in the chest and flew upside down for a few meters. After landing, he fainted immediately. The man in black didn't dare to kill Zhang Yifeng, but just knocked him out. Zhang Yifeng is a third-tier alchemist with a high status in the Blue Cloud Empire, and most importantly, he is a member of the Alchemy Association. If a third-tier alchemist dies for no apparent reason, the Alchemist Guild will not let it go, and it might disturb the Alchemist Guild at the upper level, and the entire Blue Cloud Empire will be implicated. "Master Zhang!" Jean DeBeo shouted, but Zhang Yifeng didn't respond. "Linger, take Miss Yuro away." Seeing that the situation was not going well, Qiushan roared and stood in front of Nye Yuro. The leader of the man in black gave Qiushan a cold look. His eyes were full of cold killing intent, and he spits out a few words, "Mere ants, court death." Psst. The next moment, the leader of the man in black made a move, and the thorns and vines pierced Qiushan's chest directly, and blood flowed profusely. Although Qiushan is the first-level strength of Vientiane, his Yuan Mai is injured, and he cannot display his true strength at all. In front of the man in black, Akiyama has no power to resist. "Uncle Qiushan!" Seeing that Qiushan was injured, Qiu Linger yelled and stepped forward to support him. "Uncle Qiushan!" After all, Nye Yuro was young, crying in fright, and tightly holding Qiu Linger's hand. "Bastards, I'm going to fight with you." Jean DeBeo was furious, roared, and punched the leader of the man in black.